Madara's Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan. Alright, let's start with one of the most legendary pairs of eyes in the whole Naruto universe, Madara Uchiha's Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan. So how did Madara actually unlock this beast of a power? Well, he did it by implanting the Mangekyō Sharingan of his younger brother, Izuna Uchiha. Izuna was not some random Uchiha side character. He was a straight-up genius, who awakened his Mangekyō Sharingan almost at the same time as Madara. Right in the middle of those bloody clan wars back in the Warring States era, the two brothers fought side by side. Teammates, battle partners, and legit soul brothers. They understood each other on a level no one else could. But then, they started facing the same deadly problem every Mangekyō user eventually deals with. His eyesight began to fade. So, Madara took Izuna's eyes. Now, there are two different versions of how this went down. Some say Izuna gave up his eyes willingly, offering them as his final gift to his big bro, a way to protect the Uchiha clan even after his death. But others believe Madara might have taken them by force. Nah, bro. Madara loved his little brother way too damn much to do something like that. That man wasn't out here doing no family betrayal type of stuff. So, Izuna was Madara's actual blood brother, like same DNA type beat. That's why the eye transplant went perfectly smooth, and boom, the Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan erased the blindness curse completely. That upgrade gave Madara unlimited vision and unlimited power, and my man didn't waste a second. He mastered it crazy fast. He summoned a full-body Susanoo, a gigantic warrior made of pure chakra that could literally slice a mountain clean in half with one sword swing. He even could wrap the Nine Tails in his Susanoo armor, creating a monster fusion of destruction that almost nobody in the ninja world could stand against. Yeah, Susanoo burns through chakra like crazy, but Madara's stamina was just built different. He was spamming Susanoo like it was a low-cost jutsu. With the Eternal Mangekyō, Madara straight up became a living legend. He faced Hashirama Senju, the only dude who could actually beat him, in that god-tier battle at the Valley of the End.
Now, if you've made it this far, welcome to the amazing world of anime. This is the place for true fans like you, where we celebrate all the magic, action, and emotions anime brings to our lives. You've watched, you've felt the hype, you've been lost in these beautiful fantasy worlds, but, have you hit that subscribe button yet? Right now, almost 90% of you are watching without subscribing. Just imagine, if everyone hit sub, we could build one of the strongest anime communities out there. So, go ahead, click that subscribe button right now, so you won't miss any new episodes, deep dive breakdowns, or awesome anime content coming your way. Thank you so much.
Nagato's Rinnegan. Nagato's Rinnegan were never his to begin with. So where did they come from? Madara Uchiha. That's right, Madara himself awakened the Rinnegan and secretly implanted them into Nagato when he was just a kid. Nagato had absolutely no clue that this ever happened. He grew up believing the Rinnegan was his destiny, that he was born to bring peace to the world. But the truth is, Madara had turned him into a pawn in the Moon's Eye plan, long before Nagato could even understand what that meant. Madara chose him specifically because of his Uzumaki bloodline. That clan was famous for their insane chakra reserves and ridiculous life force. Basically, Nagato had the perfect body to handle the Rinnegan without dying instantly like any normal person would. As Nagato grew older, losing his family, his friends, especially Yahiko, he started using the Rinnegan's power to chase peace in his own way. A dark, ruthless way built on pain and fear. Now, how did he master these god-tier eyes? Well, that Uzumaki DNA gave him a massive advantage. His overflowing chakra and monstrous vitality let him wield both Rinnegan eyes without any medical hacks like Hashirama cells. Under Jiraiya's guidance, Nagato learned the Six Paths techniques insanely fast. The Diva Path gave him control over gravity. He could literally push and pull anything like it was nothing. The Animal Path let him summon gigantic creatures that tore through battlefields. The Preta Path could absorb chakra straight from his enemies like a sponge. And the most terrifying of them all, the Outer Path, let him control the Gedo statue and even bring the dead back to life. But Nagato didn't even fight directly. His real body was weak as hell, completely wrecked from old injuries. So, he built the Six Paths of Pain, 6 corpses he could control remotely using black chakra rods. Each body had its own unique ability, forming the most broken combat lineup ever. But of course, that kind of god power comes with a price. Techniques like Shinra Tensei, yeah, That one move that obliterated the entire Hidden Leaf village in a single strike, ate up an absolutely insane amount of chakra. And when Nagato finally used the Samsara of Heavenly Life to revive everyone he'd killed, that move straight up became his death. Sasuke's Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan. Just like Madara, Sasuke unlocked his EMS by transplanting the eyes of his older brother, Itachi. After overusing his Mangekyō Sharingan and nearly going blind, Sasuke asked Obito to perform the surgery. To him, those eyes were Itachi's legacy, a symbol of everything his brother sacrificed. Sasuke didn't just take Itachi's eyes to grow stronger. He did it with the intent to avenge his brother, to punish the people who forced Itachi into such a tragic life. Thanks to his genius and his prior experience using the Mangekyō, Sasuke mastered the Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan ridiculously fast. He didn't just inherit Itachi's powers, he expanded them. Sasuke could still use Amaterasu, the black flames that never die. But now he added Kagutsuchi, which let him control those flames however he wanted. He shaped them into fire spikes, flame swords, and deadly projectiles, turning Amaterasu into a full-blown arsenal of destruction. His Susanoo evolved too, reaching its complete form, rivaling even Naruto's tailed beast mode in raw power. And later, just like Madara, Sasuke could wrap his Susanoo around the Nine Tails to create a massive war monster capable of literally tearing the landscape apart. Later on, he even combined the raw might of his Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan with the divine energy of the Rinnegan to create his ultimate move, Indra's Arrow. This attack is straight up insane. It's a massive chakra arrow, infused with 6 paths power and lightning, capable of piercing literally anything in its path. When Sasuke fired it during his final battle with Naruto at the Valley of the End, the entire space around them shook like the world was about to collapse. Kakashi's Mangekyō Sharingan. Now we're moving to one of the most iconic eyes in all of Naruto, Kakashi Hatake's Sharingan. This eye originally belonged to Obito Uchiha, Kakashi's teammate in Team Minato. These two couldn't be more different. Obito was fiery, full of passion, and believed in teamwork above everything, while Kakashi was cold, strict, and all about following the rules. They argued all the time, but deep down, they respected each other like real brothers. During the Third Great Ninja War, Kakashi lost his left eye in battle, and Obito got crushed under a rock. Knowing he wouldn't make it out alive, Obito gave Kakashi his Sharingan as a final gift, a late congrats for becoming a Jonin, and a wish for Kakashi to protect his comrades and see the world in a different light. But here's the catch. Kakashi wasn't an Uchiha. His body wasn't built to handle a Sharingan. That eye drained his chakra like crazy, and unlike real Uchiha, he couldn't just turn it off. So he had to cover it up with his forehead protector whenever he wasn't using it, just to save energy. Every time he overused it, he'd end up completely worn out. Still, Kakashi learned how to copy enemy techniques, see through genjutsu, and predict movements mid-battle. That's how he earned the title, Copy Ninja Kakashi, the man who copied over 1,000 jutsu. Later, when Rin died right in front of him, both Kakashi and Obito awakened the Mangekyō Sharingan. Kakashi developed Kamui, a space-time technique that could warp enemies or objects into another dimension entirely. It was a total game-changer, because in Naruto, space-time jutsu are rare as hell, and if you've got one of those, you know you're OP. But the Mangekyō Sharingan always comes with a price. Every time Kakashi used Kamui, his eye throbbed in pain, and he could only pull it off a few times before he completely ran out of chakra. Then, during the Fourth Great Ninja War, right before Obito died, he passed his spirit to Kakashi for a short time, granting him both Mangekyō Sharingan. For the first time ever, Kakashi had 2 Sharingan, and man, he summoned a full-body Susanoo, something no one ever Danzo's multiple Sharingan. Yeah, this story ain't about friendship or sacrifice. Danzo had 11 Sharingan in total. The one in his right eye was the Mangekyō Sharingan, belonging to Izuna Uchiha, one of the craziest geniuses of the Uchiha clan. Izuna got cornered by Danzo and his root squad, completely outnumbered, and Danzo straight up stole one of his eyes, one of Shisui's strongest weapons. Shisui gave the other to Itachi before his tragic death, and those 10 Sharingan on Danzo's arm came from the Uchiha massacre, when the entire clan got wiped out overnight. Danzo teamed up with Orochimaru and had those eyes literally grafted onto his arm. And now, we got a walking weapon that could spam Izanagi over and over again. Yeah, Danzo wasn't an Uchiha. His body wasn't built to handle that much Sharingan power. So, he used Hashirama's cells, the legendary DNA known for its insane regeneration and chakra reserves, to keep the eyes stable. Those cells didn't just help him control the Sharingan, they also extended the duration of Izanagi, and even reduced the cooldown time for Kotoa Matsukami. So what's Kotoa Matsukami? It's basically the ultimate mind control jutsu, the most busted genjutsu in the entire Uchiha arsenal. The victim doesn't even realize they're being controlled. They genuinely believe every thought, every decision they make is their own. Danzo could use it to control leaders, twist major events, and pull the strings behind the scenes without anyone knowing. That's exactly the kind of power a dude like Danzo should never have. And then there's Izanagi. It lets you rewrite reality itself. Every time Danzo takes a fatal hit, he can activate one of the Sharingan on his arm and literally turn death into an illusion. His body becomes untouchable, his wounds vanish, and he's back like nothing happened. Each Sharingan gives him around 60 seconds of cheat mode invincibility. With 10 Sharingan on that creepy arm, he's got a full 10 minutes of god-tier, nah, I ain't dying today, energy. That's what made Danzo such a nightmare to fight. But the thing is, if you don't truly understand the Sharingan, all that power just goes to waste. Ao's Byakugan. Alright, now we're switching things up with Ao's Byakugan. This man from the Mist Village was rocking a Hyuga eye that didn't even belong to him. So where did he get it? From a Hyuga ninja whose name we don't even know. Someone Ao defeated in battle, and Ao walked away with the Byakugan as a trophy. That's just how it was back then. The Bloody Mist era. A time when brutality was the whole lifestyle. Why'd Ao take it? Because the Byakugan is crazy useful. It gives a massive edge in battle and recon, perfect for a hunter nin like him. Those guys specialize in tracking down and eliminating rogue ninjas. And with Byakugan, Ao could see everything. Through walls, through smoke, even through genjutsu tricks. He could spot chakra flow, analyze an opponent's fighting style, and find ambushes before they even happened. And let's be real, stealing a Byakugan from a Hyuga is no joke. That clan guards their eyes like national treasures. After the transplant, Ao wasn't dumb about it either. He used a special sealing charm on his ear that only a hunter nin could remove, his way of protecting the Byakugan from being stolen again. With this dojutsu, Ao could instantly detect chakra color differences, spot illusions, and even see through Danzo's sneaky genjutsu trick during the 5 Kage summit. Of course, Ao could never use the signature Hyuga moves like 8 trigrams or Gentle Fist. They're a whole martial art that requires training from childhood and deep understanding of chakra points. Ao didn't need all that though. Just the vision power alone was already beast tier. In the 4th Great Ninja War, Ao ended up losing his Byakugan due to heavy injuries. Later, in Boruto, he died. Obito's Rinnegan. Yeah, Obito once implanted the Rinnegan from Nagato Uzumaki, the same guy we talked about earlier. This eye originally belonged to Madara Uchiha. He implanted it into Nagato when the kid was still little. Then, after Nagato died using the Samsara of heavenly life to revive the Hidden Leaf villagers, Obito swooped in and took that Rinnegan straight from Nagato's corpse. Obito had been manipulating Nagato the whole time, and when it was over, he just reclaimed what Madara had planted from the start. But here's the real catch. Obito wasn't an Uzumaki like Nagato. Sure, he was Uchiha, which means powerful chakra and great control, but he didn't have the insane stamina or life force of the Uzumaki bloodline. That made using the Rinnegan ridiculously hard. He could only handle one Rinnegan, not both like Nagato, and even then, it pushed him to the edge. Obito himself admitted that the power almost overwhelmed him. Luckily for him, he had one major boost: Hashirama's cells. Since his body was rebuilt using Madara's DNA cocktail, those cells gave him extra strength and kept him alive long enough to actually use the Rinnegan without burning out instantly. So, how did Obito actually use the Rinnegan? Well, he went all in on the outer path techniques, the real god-tier stuff. With it, he could summon the Ghetto statue, throw out chakra chains to lock down enemies, and even straight up bring people back from the dead. But the wildest part? Obito created his own 6 paths of pain. Instead of controlling 6 random corpses, he brought back 6 reanimated Jinchuriki, each one packing the insane power of a tailed beast. Every single one of them had a chakra receiver stuck in their body, letting Obito control them like puppets. And by syncing his right Sharingan with his left Rinnegan, Obito could literally share vision with all 6 of them at once. That meant no blind spots, no sneak attacks, just a squad of monster-level fighters attacking from every angle, each with Bijou-level firepower. The Rinnegan turned Obito into one of the deadliest shinobi in the entire Fourth Great Ninja War. That power boost let him become the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, bringing him insanely. Toneri's Tenseigan. Alright, now we're stepping into a whole different league of eye power. It all starts with Toneri Otsutsuki, who stole Hanabi Hyuga's Byakugan and evolved it into something godlike, the Tenseigan. Here's the story. Toneri was born with his own Byakugan, but his eyes were sealed inside an energy vessel, leaving him blind from childhood. So when he kidnapped Hanabi during Naruto, the Last, it wasn't just for drama. He needed her pure Hyuga bloodline eyes to restore his vision, and more importantly, to unlock something way bigger, the Tenseigan, the ultimate evolved form of the Byakugan, a power only the Otsutsuki clan can reach. But Toneri didn't just want power for fun. He was planning full-blown planetary genocide. He believed humanity had strayed too far from the Otsutsuki's divine path, so his fix was to crash the moon into Earth and reset the world. Once Toneri implanted Hanabi's eyes, they evolved into the Tenseigan, glowing bright blue and radiating insane energy. That power instantly pushed him to a level far beyond any ninja on Earth. The Tenseigan gave him god-tier control over gravity, letting him lift entire landmasses on the moon and literally drag the moon closer to Earth. He could mess with the heavens like it was nothing. Then came the Tenseigan Chakra Mode, Toneri's ultimate transformation. In this form, his strength, speed, and durability skyrocketed to the point where he could go one-on-one with Naruto at his absolute peak. He also gained truth-seeking balls, those black orbs that erase anything they touch and make normal ninjutsu completely useless. Oh, and just to flex, Toneri forged a massive golden chakra sword and sliced the moon in half. No metaphor, he literally did that. But when Naruto finally defeated him, Hanabi's eyes were returned to her, and Toneri was left blind again, just like before. Still, for a short time, that power made Toneri one of the strongest enemies Naruto had ever faced, no question. From a story perspective, Toneri's Tenseigan marked a turning point. It was the moment Naruto's world stopped being just about ninja rivalries and started expanding into cosmic-level battles with the Otsutsuki clan. It showed us that there are way bigger threats lurking beyond Earth, and the ninja world was just the beginning. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.